Moon landing legend Buzz Aldrin admitted during an interview that no simulator could have prepared him for stepping foot on the lunar surface. He added that he demonstrated the change in gravity he experienced in front of the TV camera. The former fighter pilot played a pivotal role in the Apollo 11 mission, which led to the first man, Neil Armstrong, walking on the moon on July 21, 1969. This was almost 7 hours after touching down, following a tense descent. Armstrong jumped off the lunar lander and delivered his "one small step" speech to the millions watching anxiously at home, before Aldrin joined him 20 minutes later. The pair would spend 2.25 hours outside the spacecraft, collecting 21.5 kilograms of lunar material to bring back to Earth. They then buried the U.S. flag at Tranquility Base to signify the end of the space race. Recalling his memories, 50 years later, Aldrin admitted no simulator during the Apollo training program could have prepared him for when he stepped out of the Eagle. He told the Science Museum in 2019, "We touched down, and I think the estimate, not because somebody put a dipstick in the fuel to see how much was left, but it was calculations and information on board, we probably had about 15 seconds of fuel left. There's really no place on Earth that we could simulate a gravity of 1/6 of what we have here. So there really wasn't a great simulation. Because of that, we were scheduled at the bottom of the ladder to just hold on and sort of see what it was like under the gravity." Neil was down first, and he did things, and I could see him through the window. He had no trouble at all, just moving around. Aldrin went on to reveal how he watched Armstrong to make sure it was safe to leave the lunar lander. But he added that he was surprised by how easy it was to move around when he joined his fellow astronaut. He added, "So I knew that there wasn't going to be any trouble for me to move around. So we proceeded on. Walking was relatively easy. I demonstrated this several times near the end of our stay on the surface in front of the TV camera that was planned up here if we had the time. And it looked to people back on Earth as if I was just having fun. But I was really doing something for people to observe the ease of mobility." Aldrin went on to detail how the pair also experienced the effects of this low gravity during their ascent off the moon. He continued, "So we went through the countdown, and when the call came from Earth, I had planned ahead what I was going to say. When the lunar module takes off, it's about 1 gram, but that's 6 times the gravity. So we leave pretty rapidly. The ascent engine is fixed, so it's a rather sloppy feeling. But it's what's expected. There was nothing wrong. When the engine cut off, we were ready to go into orbit." This month marks 51 years since the first successful mission of Apollo. NASA has stated that it wants to see a male and female crew return to the moon as early as 2024, but many in the space community feel they should bypass the moon and head to Mars. Both the lunar return mission and one to Mars are major projects which require a huge amount of capital, shifting a greater focus on the private sector like Elon Musk's SpaceX and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin.